Okay, this year for math, I've actually decided to try something different in that I'm actually going to make some videos for certain lessons that are taught in the class just for the students to use at home in case they have homework and they just forget how to complete the assignment because they can't remember how to do the strategies. Hopefully the parents will also find these videos very helpful, as I know math can be a little confusing now, and it definitely is not taught the same way in which we were learned or which we were taught. So it can be a little confusing at times, but hopefully these videos will help you help your children. So our first unit is on patterns, and our first lesson that we've done is patterns and pattern rules. So here I've typed out 5 numbers. They're 5, 4, 7, 6, 9, and there's actually a pattern within these numbers. Students will be asked to, well, for this example, we'll say they can give us the next, we'll even say 4 digits. So what they need to do is identify the pattern within this sequence of numbers. So we will most commonly use what I refer to as the jump method. So we kind of jump from number to number until we figure out what the pattern is. So we start at 5, we jump to 4. We know that in order to get from 5 to 4, we're going to subtract 1. From 4 to 7, we're going to add 3. When we jump from 7 to 6, we subtract 1. And then when we jump from 6 to 9, we add 3. So you can start to see a pattern emerging here. Take away 1 plus 3, take away 1 plus 3. So students will start to recognize that, oh, okay, well, we have to subtract 1, so that'll give us 8. And we're going to add 3, which will give us 11, and so forth. So we'll subtract 1, well, it's just 10. We're going to add 3, which will give us 13. Okay, so that's the most common method. Some students will be able to just kind of look at the numbers that were given, and if you just notice here, if we skip every other number, so for example 5, 7, 9, they start to see that they're skip counting by 2s. So they'll know to skip 1, the next number will be 11, skip 1, and the next number will be 13, skip 1, obviously the next one will be 15, and so forth. You can also do this with the second number. So in this case, we start at 4, we skip. 6, we skip 1. 8, skip. 10, skip. So the next one would be 12. Again, the jump method is definitely good for the visual learners, such as myself, but some students may not need to use that method, although I really do encourage it. Some can just look at those numbers and figure the pattern out on their own that way. There is one final step to this, and that involves writing your pattern rules. So we have 2 things to state. We always tell where we start, what number we're starting at. So in this case, we're start at 5. So that's your first sentence. And then your second sentence tells or explains what you're doing, okay, what the pattern is. So we're going -1 plus 3, -1 plus 3. So we're actually alternating between 2 different calculations here. So we're going to say alternately, okay, alternately subtract 1, then add 3. So we'll just read that. Start at 5, alternately subtract 1, then add 3. Okay, and that's all they would need. And that's how they would do that entire question. So hopefully this is helpful to both students and parents, and there will definitely be more posted in lessons to come. So I hope this was helpful.